Hey, cool. Hey, is there a way to start this broadcast and have it already turned around or not? That's what I'm wondering. My name is JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach. I'm the founder of the Inner Self Diet. I have no makeup on. The only reason that I even mention that is because I am challenged with fears of looking bad. And so I'm doing another one of these without makeup just to get over my fears. But hey, you know what? I'm curious to know if you are a binge eater. I'd like to know if this story that I'm about to share with you is inspiring or not. I'd like to know if you think, hey, wow, this is awesome. Or if you think, oh yeah, that's no big deal. Who cares? Anybody could do that. And the story I want to tell you, and the reason that I'm asking you, let me tell you why I'm asking you. Thank you for whoever's sending me the little hearts there. I appreciate it. I'm still new to this whole Periscope thing, and I honestly look a lot better on my videos. And you can find my videos on YouTube under my name, JoLynn Braley. I look a hell of a lot better on YouTube. But, okay, so what's the point? I want to tell you a story, and I would like your feedback because when I binge eat, yes, thank you for saying that. I binge eat, but I don't purge. I am talking about just binge eating. I have had a couple actually just one coaching client. I've had one coaching client who was actively binging and purging. But the majority of the clients I work with, they're not active purgers. So I'm talking just about binge eating. And that if you're watching this and you're not a binge eater and you wonder what that means is when a person eats a lot of food, they're not even hungry, or maybe they started out physically hungry, but they go way beyond physical hunger and they can't stop eating. They feel obsessed. They have to keep eating more, and they eat more and more and more and more. And then they feel bad, and it causes weight gain. And but binge eaters are not necessarily vomiting their food. They're not necessarily purgers. Okay, I've had problems with binge eating also, but I have never been a purger. I've never ever done that. And I'm not saying that behavior of binging and purging is any worse than any other unhealthy behavior. I'm just making the clarification for you, just in case you're watching this now here live, or if you watch it on replay. Yeah, sure, no problem. But yeah, it's just about stuffing yourself. Now, another term that is very popular is emotional eating. And emotional eating is pretty much the same as binge eating. The difference, the minor difference between what you could say emotional eating and binge eating is binge eating is just like major stuffing, right? Binge eating and emotional eating they're both behaviors that are out of control. By the way, if you are a binge eater or an emotional eater, it does not mean you're stupid, you're not lazy. It has nothing to do with your physical, brain intelligence. That's why it's so difficult to fix it on your own. Okay, the story I want to tell you, and I'd like to have your feedback, please, to tell me if this is inspiring or not, because like I share these stories on in my emails to the folks that are on my email list, and then I post the audios on one of my websites, fearlessfatloss.com, where people can hear me actually talk to Holly, who I'm going to tell you about, and I have an audio recording. I put her video up on YouTube also, but it'd be really cool just to have like real life live feedback right now. So here's the story. Okay, Holly is a client I worked with back in 2011, so that was over 4 years ago, and she was out of control with binge eating, and this had been going on for over 35 years, right? She'd been in and out of therapy for over 7 years, and nothing she'd ever done had helped her to stop the binge eating, and she was pretty skeptical. She was kind of negative. And she shares all of this in her public audio, so anything I'm telling you right now that I'm sharing with you, it's not something that I'm not sharing confidences, just to let you know. But she enrolled in the Inner Self Diet, which is my proven step-by-step system to permanent weight loss. And it's not about teaching people how to eat and how to exercise. It's about healing those unhealthy behaviors so that then my coaching clients can do what they already know they need to do. And that's the simple things, like living a healthy lifestyle, putting food in your mouth only when you're physically hungry, stopping when you're physically full, drinking plenty of water, all that good stuff that I'm sure that you watching, you guys already know this stuff, right? Do you guys already know this stuff? Would you give me some feedback? What I just said, do you know what I just said? You know that you've got to live a healthy lifestyle in order to drop the fat and keep it off. Do you guys all know that? I mean, that's no mystery, right? That's not any big, oh, wow. It's not any big news, right? Or wrong? Is that something new to you guys? I'd love your feedback. You aren't saying anything. All right, so going on with Holly's story. She enrolled in the Inner Self Diet back in 2011. She did what I gave her to do, what I told her to do. And she completely released that pattern of the 35 years of binge eating. And back then in 2011, she was 20 pounds over her ideal weight. She dropped the weight, and that's all great, right? But the most powerful part of this story is that I talked to her this year in 2015, and she said that she's never gone back to binge eating. The behavior, the urge is gone. She's kept off that 20 pounds this whole time. And it's just, there's nothing there. I mean, and that's how it works once you heal the root of that behavior. What I'd like to know is that story that I just shared with you, does that seem inspiring? Does that sound inspiring? Or does it sound like, oh, yeah, anybody can do that. Anybody can just stop binge eating, even though she hadn't been able to do it for 35 years. I mean, she was living overseas with her husband. They're both from America, but she was living overseas, and she would go to the grocery store. I don't know if you've ever been overseas or not, but their grocery stores are different than what we have here. Different layouts and things like that. I used to be a flight attendant for 7 years, flying all around the world, so I've been in a lot of different grocery stores, and it's very interesting to see the grocery stores in different countries. But Holly was overseas, and this binge eating, she'd been having a problem with it for 35 years of her life. And what she would do is she would go to the grocery store to actually, well, she'd have the food obviously already, and she'd binge eat on it. And then she'd race to the grocery store on the road, like if you're in Ireland or you're in England, you're driving on the other side of the road. She'd race to the grocery store to get all the food that she'd eaten to replace it because she didn't want her husband to know that she'd eaten it. And this was an ongoing hell way to live, I mean, it's just hell. And nothing that she had done had solved it. Happy, come here, baby, come here. Are you okay? Come here, baby. Come on over here. Come on. I'm not sure if you can hear Happy in the background, but he's honking. Pomeranians do that sometimes. They have a problem with it's called collapsed trachea. They have to honk. They honk and cough to open it back up. But I don't know why it's been going on a while. You all right, baby? Okay, so thanks for sticking with me. Tell me, is this story that I just shared with you? Okay, I can see there's a couple of you here. Is the story that I just shared with you, is it inspiring, or does it just sound like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah, so what? So she was out of control with her eating for 35 years, and she did your program, and now she doesn't binge eat, and now she's free of the struggle, and she dropped 20 pounds, and she's kept it off. She's been at her ideal weight for over 4 years, and I mean, is that a big deal or not? Are you guys who are here, are you struggling with food and your weight, or are you just watching me because I don't have any makeup on, and I look bad, and I look tired, and my eye is like halfway closed because I am lacking sleep? Is that why you're here? So that's what I had to share with you tonight. And I do understand that folks who are struggling with this problem, because I've been there before myself, I do know that there's a lot of shame involved. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear of being seen. There's a lot of fear of speaking out. So if any of you who are here with me have this binge eating problem and you're afraid to give feedback, I understand, but I would still love your feedback because I'm just curious, you know, like these results that my clients get. I mean, do people think that it's just no big deal? Like, oh yeah, you know, yeah. Because I've struggled for 40 years with my weight, and for it to suddenly be gone and be totally free of the struggle, oh yeah, that's not a big deal. Anybody can do that. So that's what I am wondering, if, you know, people hear these success stories and they're just like, you know, I can do that too. I'll just figure it out. I never figured it out before, but I'll just do it now, you know. So I don't know. That's what I'm curious about, because I know for myself, I was never able to heal my binge eating and my emotional eating and my food obsessions on my own. I had to hire my own coaches, even though I have mad skills that I use to coach my clients out of the struggle. That doesn't mean that I'm good at coaching myself, and that's why I had to hire my own coaches to help me. So I don't know how anybody... Come here, baby. Come here. Come on. This is Happy, who's been honking. Yeah, my baby. I don't know. I don't know how anybody can get out of that food and weight struggle without a coach. But I just felt inspired to come on here and ask for feedback. But now I feel funny because you guys aren't giving me the feedback. And either it's because I'm super boring, you know, and yeah, I don't have a whole lot going on. I just, you know, work this awesome program that I do with my clients. I coach them to total freedom from the struggle with food and their weight. And that's a big challenge, because it's not about the food and it's not about the weight. It's about so many things. It's about beliefs, self-esteem, confidence, patterns of thought. It's all of that inner game. So, you know, I understand if I'm a little boring. You know what? If they had Periscope back when I was a flight attendant, that would have been awesome. Traveling around the world and doing Periscopes. I'm going to sign off here because Happy's still coughing, and I'm going to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water on his nose, because that will force him to lick the water off of his nose, and that opens up his throat. So I'm going to go do that right now. If you know anybody who is totally fed up and frustrated with the fat on their body and they can't stop eating, send them over to theinnerselfdiet.com. I've got free things there they can get right now, like my free ebook, so they can start learning a little more. And thank you so much for tuning in and being here tonight. I'm going to go take care of Happy now. All right, see ya, bye.